48 over 168. So let's look at 48 for a second. 48. We know it's divisible by 2. Let me rewrite that. 2. 3, we'd have to check. So 4 plus 8 is 12, and 12 is divisible by 3. So then 48 is divisible by 3. Let's look at 4. So I guess all you can do here is do your multiplication tables. 4 times 12 is 48, and if you recognize that, then you'd know that 48 is divisible by 4. Let's look at 5. So the last digit is not 0 and it's not 5, so 5 does not work. Let's look at 6. So it's divisible by 2 and it's divisible by 3, which means it's also divisible by 6. Oops. 2, 3. So yes, it's divisible by 6. Let's look at 7. It's not divisible by 7. How do I know this? Because I know my 7 tables. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, and 48 doesn't come in that, so. Okay, let's look at 8. So for 8, it needs to be, the last 3 digits need to be divisible by 8, and so I guess, because there's only 2 digits, 48 needs to be divisible by 8, and I guess all you could do is you could look at the table of 8. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. Yeah, 48 works, so it's divisible by 8. Let's look at 9. For 9, the digits need to add up to a number that's divisible by 12. Or divisible by 9, sorry, so 4 plus 8 is 12. And 12 isn't divisible by 9, so 9 doesn't work. Let's look at 10. The last digit's not 0, so 10 doesn't work. 11, just look at your tables for 11. 11, 22, 33, 44. Doesn't work, so not 11. Let's look at 12. For 12, if it's divisible by both 3 and 4, as it is, so then 12 works too. Okay? So now we have to look at the bottom, at 168. I know this is really tedious and really long, but after you do enough of these questions, you'd be able to do most of these in your head. So let's look at 2. Yes, it is. Let's look at 3. You're going to have to add up the digits. 1 plus 6 plus 8 is 7 plus 8 is 15, and 15 is divisible by 3, so 3 works. Let's look at 4. So the last 2 digits need to be divisible by 4, and 68 divided by 4 is, going to go 1, 2, 8, 7, 17. So yes, it is divisible by 4. Let's look at 5. It's not divisible by 5 because of the 0, and because the last digit's not 0 and it's not 5. Let's look at 6. If it's divisible by 2 and 3, then it's divisible by 6, so 6 works. Let's look at 7. So for 7, you double the last digit, so 8 times 2 is 16, and then you subtract that by the rest of it. I think, is that what it is? Yeah, you subtract from the rest of the numbers, so then 168, 16 minus 16 equals 0. Pause. So that means 168 is divisible by 7. Okay, so now let's look at 8. If the last 3 digits are divisible by 8, then yes, it works, so we're going to have to do a short division for this one. So 168 divided by 8 is 21, so yes, 8 works. Let's look at 9. 1 plus 6 plus 8 is 15, which is not divisible by 9, so 9 doesn't work. So now let's look at 10. 10 does not work because it doesn't end with 0. Let's look at 11. So for 11, it's 1 plus, or no, not plus, sorry, minus. It's 1, you take the first digit, 1, and then you subtract the next digit, and then you add the last digit, which is negative 5 plus 8, which is 3. 3 is not divisible by 11, so 11 doesn't work. Let's look at 12. For 12, if it's divisible by both 3 and 4, which it is, then it works for 12 too. Okay, so we see that for 48, 48 is divisible by 12, and 168 is also divisible by 12. So that means we can divide the top by 12 and the bottom by 12, and we'd get 4 over, and then you take 168, put it in a short division for 12. 1, there's 4 left over, 48, it's 14. 4 over 14. Then you can simplify it again, divide by 2 on the top, divide by 2 on the bottom, and it's 2 over 7. Okay. Now let's look at 243 over 99. We could do some of these in our head, so we already know that 2 doesn't work. Now let's look at 3. So 2 plus 4 plus 3 is 9, so yes, it's divisible by 3. We're looking at 243 right now. We know 4 doesn't work because it's not even. We know 5 doesn't work because the last digit isn't 5 and it isn't 0. We know 6 doesn't work because 2 doesn't work. Because for the rule for 6 is it needs to be divisible by both 2 and 3. We could try 7. So you double the last digit and you subtract it from the rest. So it's 24 minus 6, which is 18. And 18 is not divisible by 7, so this is not going to work. Okay. Now let's look at, 3, yes, 7, not. Let's look at 8. Oh no, not 8. We already know 8's not going to work. Let's look at 9. So the digits add up to 2 plus 4 plus 3 is 9, and 9 is divisible by 9. So that means, yes, 9 works. Let's look at 10. 10 doesn't work. So no need to write that. Let's look at 11. So for 11, you take 2 minus 4 plus 3 is negative 2 plus 3, which is 1, and that doesn't work. So 11 doesn't work. Let's look at 12. So for 12, because it's not even, 12's not going to work either. So the greatest number here is 9. Now let's look at 99. So we know it's divisible by 3 because 9 plus 9 is 18, which is divisible by 3. 4 is not going to work. 5 is not going to work. 6 is not going to work. 7, let's check 7. You take 9 minus 18, because you take the last digit, you double it, which is 18, and you subtract it from the rest of it, which is negative 9, which does not work. That's not divisible by 7, so 7 doesn't work. Let's look at 9, because 8 is not going to work. And for 9, 99, the digits add up to 18, and 18 is divisible by 9, so 9 works. 10 will not work. 11 will work because okay, you take 9 minus 9 and it's 0. So we already know it's not divisible by 12, so there's no need to put down 12. Now let's look at the biggest common factor between both 243, this is for 243 over here, and both for 99 here. So we know that 9 fits here. We know that 9 fits here, so we could divide both the top and the bottom by 9. Okay, so divide by 9, divide by 9. So we're going to have to put 243 into a short division, divided by 9, which is, no, not 3. Not 3. Okay, goes in there twice, and there's 180 left over, minus equals 63, and then it goes into 63 7 times. So then this is 27 over, and you should know that 99 divided by 9 is 11. So this is your final answer. And that's reducing fractions.